Kitakubu.
What's up everyone, KitaSean here. So we're gonna go ahead and do another Camelot guide video. This is part 2. Part 1 is actually on Gawain. If you guys want to see that video, link is down below in the description box. But in this video, we're gonna go ahead and focus on Ozymandias, who's gonna be a permanent 5-star rider, one of the best single target riders in the game right now, even in the JP version. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about his boss fight in the upcoming chapter Camelot, which is gonna drop on July 28th. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and learn on how to defeat Ozzy. So there are actually 2 boss fights with Ozymandias, but we're not going to focus on the first one because none of the buffs are applied, and of course none of the gimmicks are applied. So that one is actually really easy, so we're going to go ahead and throw that away. But the second boss fight with Ozzy is going to be honestly very easy as well, but it's just very annoying because you have to fight Ozzy 3 times in a row, because this quest is a 3 battle quest with Ozzy in each battle alongside a caster enemy. So the first battle has Ozzy with 90k HP with a Sphinx caster at 49k HP. Then the second battle is going to be Ozzy with 101k HP with a female Sphinx at 56k HP, caster as well. And the third battle is going to have Ozzy at 300k HP with Nidalchris caster at 136 HP. And Ozzy is going to start the battle off with a full MP gauge. So the key for this quest is to defeat Ozzy first, then the caster later. Ozzy, the reason why you want to defeat him first is because he applies buffs to himself, attack buff, defense buff, and once he applies multiple buffs on himself, he's really hard to kill. Not only that, he does a lot of damage to your team. Now the casters, they honestly aren't a threat at all, so you can just focus on them last. But Ozzy, definitely you have to target him first. So with Ozzy being a rider, you want to bring an assassin so that you can deal more damage to him, because again, riders are weak against assassins. But you have to remember that there are enemy casters in each battle, and if they focus on your assassin, your team will get wrecked. So that's why you want to bring assassins like Jack and Shiki, because they have evade skills. And you can also use your Mystic Code to, you know, apply invincibility or evade on those servants. But you kind of want to keep those skills till the third battle, because that's when Ozzy will shoot off his MP, because again, at the start of battle, of the third battle, he will have a full MP. So you want to use those evade skills on that, and then after he uses his MP, you can just go ahead and focus on Ozzy. So if for some reason you allow Ozzy to get all his buffs, you can go ahead and use Jack's second skill, Erasure, to get rid of all of it. You can also use Carmilla's skills to decrease charge by 1, his MP charge by 1, and increase MP charge for herself. You can also decrease defense for 3 turns if he gets the buff, because it does increase his defense. And then you can also use Bathing in Fresh Blood to decrease the critical rate for Ozzy. And then you can also gain critical star rates at the same time, so that you can deal more damage to Ozzy. And of course, both Jack and Carmilla's MP are single target, so they deal a lot of damage on Ozzy. And then you can also bring Fuma Kotaro, who can decrease attack for 3 turns for all enemies, so that's including the caster. And then you can also decrease their critical star rate for 3 turns as well. He also has evade, so that's actually really good for an assassin. And then it also increases his critical star drop rate as well, so that you can set up for next turn to deal a lot of damage on Ozzy. And then of course his Noble Phantasm deals heavy damage to all enemies, but it also has a chance to inflict confusion. So basically it's a skill seal attack or effect, so if that hits, that's good. And then you can also bring Steno if you really want, but she's like a last resort kind of thing. She's not the greatest, but she does have a low chance to decrease his MP charge, and of course increase her own MP as well. And not only that, she can actually be a support by increasing attack of all allies, as well as increase attack of all divine allies as well. So it's actually not too bad to bring Steno, but you would rather bring the other characters instead. So there are casters in each battle, and honestly they're not really a threat. Nidalchris maybe, but you can honestly just kill her off with any other servants that you have. Like, it doesn't have to be a rider. You can go ahead and throw in, like, I don't know, a Gilgamesh or a J Alter, or just anyone that can deal a lot of damage. And honestly, you should just be fine attacking Nidalchris with them. But if anything, riders, you can bring anyone. Like, I mean, Kintoki Rider, who we got recently as a free servant. He's actually a pretty good one if you don't have a rider. You can again, you can just bring any rider if you want. But another team setup you can do is probably just a buster team. Like, if I remember correctly, 2 years ago when I was playing my JP version, I brought Gilgamesh, J Alter, and Waver. Just these three servants. I was able to clear it, no problem. But I did have a casualty. I think I had like two casualties from my first wave of servants, and then my second wave, my sub servants came in, and then they finished off Ozzy for me. But yeah, again, this quest is actually really easy. You don't really need to bring assassins or riders. All you gotta do is just defeat Ozzy before he gets all his buffs, and then protect yourself during the MP when he shoots it off at the beginning of the third battle. So that's my guide to defeat Ozzy and the caster. Again, you don't really need to bring an assassin or a rider for this quest, but it is ideal so that you can defeat them faster. I mean, again, I've used a team that consists of Gilgamesh, Waver, and J Alter. That was just you know, very easy for me. But again, they did die, but I did have backup servants to, you know, defeat it. So yeah, you can just do that. You can use my strategy, or you can go ahead and do some fancy strategy. Like, I've seen the unthinkable happen. Like, I've seen people use like random servants like Hercules, you know, solo Hercules, or they use like 3-star servants, etc. Like, it is possible. Like, anything is possible in this game as long as you do the math and do the right move sets and everything like that. But again, probably you definitely want to bring an assassin just in case, and maybe a rider so that you can defeat the casters. But yeah, other than that, this quest is actually probably one of the easiest ones out of the entire Camelot chapter. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, part 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be coming out pretty soon. I just have to record and edit them. So yeah, look forward to that. See you guys in the next one. Laters.